All right. So the prefab homes, houses, 27 of them. 27 of them. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Thank you very much. All right, we are live on Facebook at Extreme 104 SVG. The time is now 25 minutes after the 7 o'clock hour. All right, so 27 prefabricated houses being erected in Orange Hill for families displaced from communities north of the Rabica Dry River are expected to be completed today. All right, so the volunteers are coming from Trinidad and Tobago, and they are members of Sri Satya Sai Baba. I hope I pronounced that correctly.
Give me that again, Crystal. The members of
Sri Satya Sai Baba, a humanitarian non-profit group that also donated the houses.
Right.
So the homes were donation.
Oh.
Thank you all.
Thank you, guys.
Thank you very much.
Thank you, guys. Thank you. Me and Crystal.
Whole 27 though?
Yeah, me and Crystal, we're planning to move in and we could get a house. All right? I feel Sandy Bish coming down to town. I really feel that. Right?
Me and who?
So,
Me and who?
Crystal is deflecting right now my proposal live on air.
Yeah. Just cut that. I decline. No.
Okay.
No.
Carry on, Crystal.
All right.
Carry
So
on.
it says here coming from Searchlight.vc, the houses are said to be fireproof. All right. And are designed using a building technology to enable the structures to withstand hurricane force winds. Each house sits on a 4,000 square foot lot.
That's a lot.
That's not bad.
That's not bad.
That's not bad. And the houses are being constructed in a manner which will allow the occupants to build an extension to their homes.
Whoa.
In the future, if that is their desire. The concrete bases of the houses were built by Braxa on government-owned land. On completion of the work of all 27 houses, the volunteers are scheduled to depart St. Vincent and the Grenadines tomorrow. All right?
Yeah.
So thanks. Big up yourselves. Y'all do well.
So
they donated 27 homes to 27 different families to St. Vincent and the Grenadines, right? 27 different families are going to be the recipients of those homes. I hope that's sufficient.
yeah, sufficient.
I hope that's sufficient. I don't know the total number of persons who are in need of a place or in need of a home. So I hope that's sufficient.
Let's say about 50 persons will go in the house. Houses.
I hope.
No, everybody would get like, why would I give one person like to live in a house?
A home.
Why would I put one person in a house like that?
Family.
Right.
Family would get the home.
I'm not gonna give no one person a house. If it was me, I'm not giving no one person a house.
No, but if one person lived in a house that was destroyed, you should be entitled to a house.
Even if it's one I don't see that. That's a waste of resources.
That's not a waste of resources.
If it's a one man, you ain't getting a house. If you're one man, you ain't getting a house. We'll get a place, another a suitable place for you. But if it's a family, then I think the family should take it up. You know? But I'm not gonna waste resources and put one man inside it. Next thing, so
the
house is all locked up.
The man
is somewhere
you just stay outside.
with his woman somewhere.
Yeah, but
the house is just there.
right, so the family could be too.
No, not necessarily. Somebody from the 5 person in the family would always be there. I think so.
Okay.
I'm not giving a one man a house. Carry on, Crystal.
All right. So let's get to some responses. All right. Coming in from the WhatsApp.
Yeah.
All right. I'll get to that one a little bit later. Somebody says, good morning to Jeremy. Jeremy says, I wish I could get one of them house to start as God. Good morning, Jeremy. Somebody else says, Crystal, y'all stop justifying this foolishness.
What?
Think about the people who have a big family and have to leave their big houses to come live in this small place. Then again, if we got volunteers, why are we rating of the government?
Because they went to the government and requested.
They went to the people of St. Vincent and the Grenadines.
They went to the government.
The government was responsible for building the concrete foundation. All right, so Braxa did that.
Pick them up.
Then they came and they put up the buildings. They donated them free of cost. Government didn't pay the money for them.
And the land too. Talk about the land.
The land is also from the government.
Yeah.
Right. So it's a combination of the government of SVG and the organization, the non-profit organization that donated the homes.
Right.
All right.
Right.
To finish up the homes, like to put in the electricals, the septic tank, and all them, the finishing touches are actually the responsibility of Vincentians, aka the government.
Government, right? The government.
All right. But if you want to separate it, and you can justifiably separate them. The homes themselves were donated by a Trinidadian non-profit organization.
You know what the person is telling you, Crystal? We should beat up the government.
Beat up?
Yes. For assisting Vincentians. That's what it. No, but
that is their responsibility, right? That is their responsibility, and I find it's
okay.
There are times when you say thank you to the government of SVG for things that they should be doing, and it's actually not a very good thing, because if you have to reach a point where you have to thank them, it means that it's sarcasm, really and truly. You're waiting so long for something. Thank you all for doing what you're supposed to do.
Giving me a house? Giving me a house?
Well, they have
could
to
I
do
ask
it.
you a question, Crystal? Do you think that Vincentians are ungrateful people?
I think there are some Vincentians who are ungrateful.
No. I'm not paying, brother. You
can't try that with me this morning. Eh? You cannot try that with me this morning.
No. Do you think that we are ungrateful people?
You asked me a question, and I'm going to answer it just like how you just answer my questions. I think that there are some Vincentians who are ungrateful.
Give me a percentage. 80%.
I can't give you a percentage.
Do you think we are ungrateful?
I think that there are some Vincentians. Why you want me to repeat the same thing I just said?
No. Does this highlight some of the things that we experience every day in terms of our trait or socialization or us as a person?
Some people are ungrateful.
You give them things and they still ain't satisfied. Now, I've seen people saying, why are we going back in the red zone? I said earlier, there are people living there. There are whole set up that if this Lassa Free explodes again, they're gonna move them, right? So there are people who are in harm's way. They are in harm's way now. Right now, the situation is that we need to give them some houses, and we need to give them urgently. And this is the quickest method by which we could get to that point. I understand that. Pick up the government for that. Put it down the basics so that these people who are volunteers could come and do this. Somebody highlighted the fact that in Dominica, the government went out and assisted its citizens. The government is looking out for the person. So coming now and saying, because you, with your limited technical knowledge, looked at a house with your eyes and you think that this house is not suitable for Vincentians. But this is tested. This is all tested. These are tested. Everything. Somebody will come and give you some hogwash. Something. People will give you, come all the way, leave the home and give you some hogwash something. The people are assisting us. Let us be grateful for that. No, this is a starting point. You know what's going to happen to somebody? From what the comments are? This is a starting point. So you start them, and they're going to sit there and wait for the government to give them more on the houses that is there.
Well, they said, right, if you want to expand, you have space to do that. 4,000 square feet of land. Now, the comment here, right? Think about all the people who have big family and have to leave their big houses to come live in this small place. I could understand the rationale for that, right?
How, Crystal?
Because if that's the case, get them too. If it's possible. Okay. So you leave a home, right? Let me just draw references here. Your home back in Sandy Bay, right, was 2,000 square feet, right? And let's say, Tony, you live in the house, right?
Yeah.
And you are moved and put in a home that's 500 square feet.
Yeah.
And it's the same Tony you had to live in that house.
Yeah.
You could understand how that family will become frustrated. Come on. Realistically speaking, they will become frustrated because, yes, it is a home that is donated to them, but it becomes very difficult for them. A family of 10, let's just draw a reference here, who's living in a much smaller home, might just prefer to take the chance and the risk and go back to where they were living because it's more comfortable.
I'm going to take it from a different perspective. These people were in harm's way. So rain coming, and they check, mommy, rain coming, what are we going to do? Right? The place getting washed up, the house getting washed down. Let me pack up 2 bags and just in case the river come down and be in the same situation. Every single year, when it's the rainy season, you are on the edge. On top of that, to compound problem, we have the lahars, the eruption of
next 2 to 3 years. This is gonna be your life.
It's gonna be your life for that.
Packing up and running every minute.
I cannot leave you as a government, leave you in that situation, because you know what's gonna happen. Next year, you're going to be coming up to my office and then, Mr. Prime Minister, I need some, leave me house actually. And next year, at some point, I'm going to be fed up with you. So you know what I'm going to do? I'm taking you out now from harm's way and giving you something that you could work on. Later on, right, we could build on that. And on top of that, right, it eliminates my stress level. So every year, you don't have to be up in my office and saying, Mr. Prime Minister, my house actually.
That's not how this song.
I'm being dramatic. I'm being dramatic.
Yes, you are dramatic.
I'm being dramatic.
All right, some more responses, all right? Somebody says, me, I go glad for get one to stop pay rent. I working for my children and rent. The hustle is real. This is somebody coming from the US, all right?
Yeah.
Well, messaging from the US. It says, you didn't ask me my business, but I will tell you, I've been paying rent here for almost 2 decades. Sign me up for one of them house. LOL. All right. Getting some more responses.
Crystal, while you're looking, and this could be for the way forward. Basically, for those persons who have lands and so, if you could get some of these houses, you have a land, say you live in some place, where you live choppings. And you have a nice piece of land up in Choppins there, and you want to get a nice affordable house because you probably live in a situation where there's 200 people in the house, there's a host and noise in the house, people stealing your food in the house, and if you have a nice piece of land and you could build the foundation, this is something for the future. We could look forward to that instead of having a $250,000 mortgage that's gonna probably end up costing you $700,000 in your life, turning you into a slave. This is probably the direction you get this, and you could probably go on a cruise ship every 2 years and cruise with the kids, or maybe you could pay for your child university education. Good morning.
Yeah, good morning.
Hi, what's up?
The message that Crystal read.
Yes.
The person saying that a family have to run from the big house to go here. I like how they make that statement, they have to run from the big house. So no matter where you do, or where you go, if disaster will shake, it will shake you.
Yeah.
They should say, thank God is the house you have to run for another life. Because they still have life, there is hope.
All right.
Yeah.
And you running from your mansion, you're going in a shelter. The 50-60% you have no privacy.
And now it's COVID-19 time, so the risk of being around other people and contracting is much greater.
It might be as comfortable as your mansion, but at least, come on, man, get thanks.
Yeah, man. Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
All right, thank you so much. If you want to call us, 457-1043. All right, let's get some responses in. Good morning, guys. The problem some people don't understand that not everyone wants to move from the red zone. So you're going to find excuses left, right, and center because you don't want to move from the red zone. But at some point, but I don't know what to say. I mean, you might be really attached to your place. You grew up there, your mother grew up there, your grandmother grew up there, everybody from your family's family land. Okay. You are connected to that place. But if it's not safe, I've heard of stories of homes that have been struck by disaster multiple times. And those people just keep going back to the same place. I think that's crazy.
Somebody told me this
You're
story.
attached, but that's a little bit crazy.
One of the houses that got was destroyed previously, and the person went back and built the house again.
Same spot.
You wasted you went and took my tax money, right? I built.
That sound like a kind of story there.
No, I know.
I'm going
around the unicorn kind of thing.
It sound like
I like to give stories.
Whose taxpayers? Government build a house.
Me and your tax money. Our tax money. You go and build back a house. To get destroyed. You know what? Take the little house, my brother. The prefab house. Take it.
Like
I'm not giving you no more tax money again.
All right. Somebody says the houses were donated. What was the government to do? Reject them? There are more houses to be built in different areas. Nice. I see people talking about if the houses can withstand hurricane. In some states in America, they have hurricanes and tornadoes, but they're still building houses with drywall materials. Yeah. All right. Somebody says, good morning. I'm renting a board house that is falling apart, literally. But the rent is dirty cheap. And as a single parent, that's all I can afford. I would like one of those fab homes. If people don't want them, even better. I would love to know how to get a tiny piece of land so I can build a container home. I'm a very big fan of that lifestyle. Any idea how to get a small piece of land to do this? Boy, me show.
Yeah, look around.
I am extremely broke. Wait, no man. Any idea how to get a small piece of land? But I'm extremely broke. Hard to save when you're living hand to mouth. And I'm looking for a handout. My job was closed due to COVID, but I'm still hunting. Boy, all the best. You have these kind of stories here, and you have people being handed a home.
Nobody had a home.
They had a home, and the home is being replaced. Technically speaking, they didn't have to.
Yeah.
They could have not given them a home. They could have just probably get some money and give them and say, yeah, y'all go to do your own thing.
And they go back and
they would have
build in the same
they would have taken
place
the money
again.
and still repair the home.
Go back in the same place.
And still have to run from the house when the river
Again,
comes down.
that's what the guy said, run again.
All right. Whew,
Yeah.
There's a lot of rain coming outside there, boy. Somebody says, good morning. Remember, you all have Carib as the worst.
No, not me.
I am reading the comments.
Not me.
All right. You don't have to send on me.
I will
All right.
disassociate myself.
The woman, they say what they say about the woman,
Treatment.
and they say what the men love. But all right, okay, boy. Watch your morning.
No, run away.
Good
Don't
morning.
run away from it.
Some people are just too ungrateful. That's all. All right. If you're just joining us, we're talking about the prefab homes that are constructed. Volunteers came from Trinidad and Tobago to put these buildings up, to put these 27 homes up. All right. They were even donated to the people of St. Vincent and the Grenadines. And from what we are learning, a lot of people have problems with these homes. So hit us up and let us know. If you are going to be the recipient of one of these homes, have you visited them? Have you looked at them? I mean, what are your issues with these homes? All right. Somebody says, ungrateful to death. You will die from them. You will die for them, and they won't thank your corpse.
Yeah, that's true.
All right.
That's true.
Here's one.
A lengthy one.
I'm gonna.
No,
Why
fire
Vincentians only brave? I think this is a general thing.
Go ahead.
All right. Why Vincentians only brave to vote politicians into office, and after that they are afraid to question the government when they don't fulfill their promises. On the issue of utilizing lands, why the government build those small homes on those lands in the Lomans Bay?
Okay. No, but that is part of a CDB project. Remember, they have to relocate the folks from downtown, Rose Place. Right. So the CDB, in terms of the relocation package, has to build houses for those persons that are there. Now, it all has to do with the amount of money that was allocated and the amount of persons that are there. And also, this is a different setup here. All right, these are not free houses; these are built houses. So,
Bit more expensive.
they are more expensive, and they make out of blocks and all that. It may be more expensive. I understand it's basically one house in Lomans, but it has two families would go into one house. So one side would be you, Crystal, and your family. On the other side would be me and my family. But it would accommodate more persons in there. But I think in some...
So they're just being economical.
Yeah. To accommodate more, you just build it in such a way that it will accommodate it.
So who gonna own it?
That's that. I in terms of the ownership of it, I am trying to figure out who would own it. If you will own half of the house, and I would own half of the house.
It's not impossible. All right, so let me read some more of this. I think they made a poor decision not utilizing those lands, and also the size of the houses that they're building to accommodate two families. I want you to go and see them for yourself. All you have to stop that crap. No wonder why they think they own us all. We must question authority. It is our right to do so. All right. Blessed morning. Good morning, guys. I agree with Hurricane. Small, large, so what? A roof is over their heads. This is the height of ungratefulness if they complain. People have to learn to insure their properties to avoid these things. People here like to complain too blinking much. I wish I could get a small one.
Yeah.
All right, here's another one. Government is a business, but they can help people through non-profit organizations. Those houses aren't insured against natural disasters. So that's where organizations come in to help who can't afford. etc. etc.
Yeah.
All
So
right.
I tell you, I went to New Orleans one time, and I went. I can't remember the place I went, but I saw these little structures, and I was like, wow, the people.
Stick him in there, sir.
Morning.
Sorry about that. All right.
All right.
Let's get this one.
Yeah,
Hello,
call.
good morning.
You tell sometimes I avoid to call. So
Why?
regular.
Why?
Nah, call, man, call.
Oh, so regular.
But-
Go on, go on.
When the message I read before Sunday and you listen to some people, you really wonder if them just think from them brain are behind. Excuse me. Because with that Paul, if the person in Vinci will send a message, you tell them go Rose Place and see the condition of people living down there.
All right.
Yeah.
I'm sure it's much better
Yeah.
and comfortable wrong at Lomans, whether it's small or matches box or whatever it be.
Yeah.
Fair point.
Yeah, fair.
Fair
Man,
point.
yeah.
Catch me.
All right.
Yes, sir. All right. Thank you so
These
much.
people have to get thanks, man.
Yeah.
Everything you criticize. You have some people well want. What about one time an old man tell me no. People making noise. A man with 2 foot, he making noise. Oh, me no have no shoe, me no have no slipper. What about a man who no have no foot?
Yeah. That's true.
All about
He can't
context,
wish,
yeah?
man.
True.
You know what I mean?
That is
Yeah.
so true.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Some people have no way at all for rest their head.
Yes, sir.
All right.
All right, thank you so much.
Yeah, and he's right. The conditions on I don't want to be, Rose Place is not. I mean, when you compare what is over in Lomans, right? It's like heaven compared to the conditions and there.
I'll tell you something about that, though.
Yeah.
You might see from the outside, looking on, okay, that house looks really dilapidated.
Yeah.
How are they comfortable with living there? Why don't they want this much nicer place? But there are some people who are just comfortable.
What?
And it's one, you might find it hard to believe. But there are so many people, when you look at the conditions that some people are living in, some people are really comfortable there. Really comfortable, I'm telling you. Really comfortable there.
What?
And if you put them in something nicer, it's like they can't function.
I can't believe this.
It's like they can't function.
Some people just like.
It's not that they like, they are so accustomed to it. It's their comfort.
dilapidated condition.
All right, I keep losing that one. I'm telling you, right? They are so accustomed to it. They are so accustomed to their lifestyle that if they move to anything that's perceived to be better, that might be better physically, maybe in terms of security, they will just not be able to function. And that's some people's realities right now.
Yeah.
All right. So 2 final voice notes and
Yeah,
we
let me hear.
wrap it up and head to a break. All right.
Morning, Crystal. With the scene, you don't take a vaccine? Anyway, here we go now. I don't understand how we Vincents are afraid to go out and take the vaccine. We have something that's killing us. We have something that helps
Okay, wait.
us.
All right. That one for a little bit
Yeah,
later.
Morning, Crystal. Crystal, here we go now.
Eh.
I know people are going to complain about the house and say it's too small and
There
things
we
like
go.
that. But at least the government started with something. If even though it's a mattress box, it's yours. So you want the government to do everything for you all? Come on, man, all rise up. If the government starts you, you should be able to make a finish. So if the house is too small, you do the rest. Thankful for what you got. At least the man do what he can do. All have a good day.
Yeah, man.
All right, thank you so much. Some of you talking, go and see it for yourself. Are you speaking about Orange Hill or are you speaking about Lomans Bay? Somebody says those houses look good.
Lomans.
All right?
Yeah.
Yeah, no.
Lomans are
Orange Hill. Orange Hill. They look
looks
good.
good. It looks good.
All right.
Lomans look good too.
Boy, what you gonna do?
Relative to
What you
where
gonna do?
you coming from. All right, Crystal, take it away.
They might look better, but I tell you for a fact, some people comfortable with where they were or where they are right now.
All right.
And your mindset and your mentality, something you just can't change, all right? Okay. All right, see us today to make the switch.